The forest loomed dark and foreboding as the group of friends made their way down the narrow dirt road. The headlights of their van barely cut through the thick fog curling around the towering pines. There were 5 of them: Jake, the fearless leader; Emma, the skeptic; Claire, the nervous one; Ryan, the joker; and Sophia, the curious historian. They had heard of the Whispering Pines Hotel, an abandoned inn deep in the woods, rumored to be haunted by its former guests. It was supposed to be a fun, spooky adventure, a chance to test their courage and tell ghost stories. But as the shadows deepened, so did their unease. The van screeched to a halt in front of a dilapidated building. The Whispering Pines Hotel stood tall, its once grand facade now covered in ivy and decay. Broken windows stared out like hollow eyes, and the wooden sign creaked in the wind. "This place is charming," Ryan joked, though his voice wavered. "Charming in a, we're all gonna die, kind of way," Claire muttered, clutching her jacket tighter. Jake led the way, pushing open the heavy oak door. It groaned loudly, echoing through the cavernous lobby. Inside, the air was damp and smelled of mildew. A grand chandelier hung precariously above, its crystals coated in dust. Sophia shone her flashlight around, revealing faded wallpaper and overturned furniture. "This place has history," she murmured. "It was built in the 1920s and abandoned after a series of mysterious deaths." "Perfect," Emma said dryly. "Let's find a room and get this over with." The group settled into a large suite on the second floor. They lit candles for light, their flashlights casting eerie shadows on the walls. As they unpacked their snacks and sleeping bags, a faint sound echoed down the hall, a soft, rhythmic tapping. "Did you hear that?" Claire whispered, her eyes wide. "It's probably just the wind," Jake said, though he tightened his grip on the flashlight. The tapping grew louder, closer. Ryan, ever the prankster, crept to the door and flung it open. "Hello, ghosties," he called, laughing. But no one was there. The hallway stretched empty, the flickering candlelight barely illuminating the peeling wallpaper. "Not funny, Ryan," Claire snapped, slamming the door shut. Later that night, as they sat in a circle telling ghost stories, Sophia froze mid-sentence. "Did you hear that?" she asked. Everyone fell silent. Faint whispers drifted through the room, too low to make out but unmistakably there. "Okay, who's messing with us?" Emma demanded. "No one," Jake said, his voice tight. "We're all here." The whispers grew louder, overlapping into a cacophony of unintelligible voices. The candles flickered violently, and the temperature plummeted. Suddenly, the door to their suite slammed open, and a gust of icy wind extinguished the flames. In the darkness, Claire screamed. Panic set in as they scrambled to relight the candles. Jake grabbed the flashlight and led the group into the hallway, determined to find the source of the disturbances. The hotel seemed alive now. Shadows moved where there shouldn't be any, and the walls seemed to pulse with an unnatural energy. The whispers followed them, growing louder and more insistent. They reached the grand staircase, where Sophia stopped abruptly. "Look," she whispered, pointing. At the bottom of the stairs stood a figure. A woman in a tattered gown, her face obscured by a veil. She raised a hand, beckoning them. "Nope, nope, nope," Ryan shouted, turning to run. But the hallway behind them had changed. Doors lined the walls where there had been none before, each one slightly ajar, revealing glimpses of dark, shifting shapes. Desperate to escape, they followed Sophia's lead, descending the staircase. The woman vanished as they approached, leaving behind a faint scent of roses. In the lobby, they found an old ledger on the reception desk. Flipping through its pages, Sophia gasped. "These are names," she said, "and dates. All the people who stayed here, none of them checked out." The whispers crescendoed into a deafening roar. The chandelier above began to sway, its rusty chains groaning. "Run!" Jake shouted. They bolted for the front door, but it wouldn't budge. The walls seemed to close in, the shadows reaching for them. Just as they thought all hope was lost, the first rays of dawn broke through the windows. The whispers ceased, and the door creaked open. They didn't stop running until they reached the van. As they sped away, no one spoke, the weight of their experience too heavy to put into words. In the rearview mirror, Sophia thought she saw the woman in the veil standing at the edge of the forest, watching them leave. She didn't tell the others. Some places are meant to be forgotten.